The whispering tunnels of Echo Ridge. Alex woke with the sun streaming through the leaves of the oak tree she'd built her temporary shelter against. The air was crisp, carrying the scent of pine and damp earth. Her current project: find a new, expansive cave system. The surface, with its familiar biomes and predictable mobs, had started to feel small. She packed her iron pickaxe, a stack of torches, a water bucket, and a few cooked pork chops. Her compass spun wildly for a moment, then settled, pointing northwest. That was a direction she felt a strange pull for days, a subtle hum in the back of her mind, like a distant, low-frequency redstone signal. After an hour trekking through a dense taiga forest, she spotted it, a jagged, shadowed crevice at the base of a towering, snow-capped mountain. It wasn't a grand, gaping maw of a cave, but a humble, almost hidden entrance, shrouded by overgrown spruce trees. Perfect. She lit a torch and descended, the silence of the surface giving way to the gentle drip of water and the distant, unsettling clink of her pickaxe against stone. The initial tunnels were unremarkable, twisting and turning, occasionally opening into small, ore-rich caverns. Alex mined some coal, iron, and a few precious diamonds, her inventory slowly filling. Then she noticed it, faint, almost imperceptible, a whispering sound carried on a phantom breeze. It wasn't the usual cave ambience. This was different, like hushed voices, just at the edge of hearing, always seeming to come from the next bend or just beyond the reach of her torchlight. She called them the whispering tunnels of Echo Ridge. As she delved deeper, the stone around her began to change. Patches of mossy cobblestone appeared, then cracked stone bricks, and finally, blocks of polished andesite she hadn't seen naturally occurring in such quantities before. The whispers grew clearer, not words, but fragments of sound, a distant pickaxe strike, the faint creak of a door, a low, melancholic hum. She rounded a corner and gasped. Before her stretched an enormous, naturally generated chamber, unlike anything she'd ever encountered. It was carved with intricate patterns, not by hands, but by some immense geological process. In the center, almost perfectly circular, was a massive pool of obsidian, glowing with an eerie, purple light that pulsed in time with the intensified whispers. Floating above the obsidian, suspended by invisible forces, was a single, ancient-looking compass. But this compass wasn't pointing north. Its needle spun frantically, then settled, pointing directly down into the obsidian pool. Alex approached cautiously, her heart pounding. The whispers intensified, becoming a chaotic chorus of echoes, sounds that seemed to come from every direction at once. The grinding of gears, the splash of lava, the distant roar of an ender dragon. It was overwhelming, a symphony of forgotten Minecraft adventures. With a deep breath, she extended her hand towards a floating compass. As her fingertips brushed its worn brass casing, a jolt of energy surged through her. The obsidian pool flared, and the chamber was momentarily bathed in blinding violet light. When her vision cleared, the chamber was the same, the obsidian still pulsed, and the whispers still echoed. But the compass was gone. In its place on the surface of the obsidian was a single, perfectly smooth block of deep slate. Confused, Alex tried to mine it, but her pickaxe clanged harmlessly against it. It was unmovable. As she stared at the deep slate, the whispers seemed to coalesce, and for a fleeting moment, she heard a distinct, clear phrase carried on a phantom breeze. The path forward is not always through, but within. Alex stood there for a long time, the words echoing in her mind. The whispering tunnels had given her more than just resources. They had given her a riddle. The deep slate block, unbreakable and enigmatic, felt like a clue to something far grander than a simple cave system. She knew she had to return to the surface, to rethink, to research, to understand what she had truly found.